Hello everyone, welcome to the course Compiler Design. In this video, I am going to explain about how to prepare the course Compiler Design and how to face your upcoming external university examination. So based on the previous pattern and what are the questions given, so here I prepared unit-wise what are the expected questions and their weightages, then what type of topics you have to concentrate on the course Compiler Design for successful completion of your end examination. Welcome to the course Compiler Design. In this, I will discuss about guidelines to study the course and tips for university examination preparation for the upcoming examination during July-August 2022. So this is based on for JNTUH R18 pattern applicable for third year BTech CSC IT second semester, currently whoever studying the course Compiler Design. Let us come to the unit-wise the topics included in the course Compiler Design. So Unit 1, there are two parts. Part 1, Introduction to Phases of Compiler. Then Part 2, Lexical Analysis, also called as Scanner, which is the first phase of compiler. Then Unit 2, completely it covers the second phase of compiler, which is called as Syntax Analysis, also called as Parser. In third unit, it covers two parts. The Part 1, Semantic Analysis. So here in this syntax directed translation. Then Part 2, intermediate representation, which is intermediate code generator, which is the fourth phase. Then Unit 4 consisting of two parts. Part 1, runtime environment. Here, this is based on symbol table storage organization, various storage organization techniques. Then Part 2 covers the last phase, sixth phase of the compiler, code generation, followed by partial about code optimization, which is the fifth phase. Then Unit 5, it contains the remaining part of code optimization, that is machine independent optimization. Then coming to JNTUH external exam pattern for the upcoming examination during July-August 2022. Your semester ends on July 7th, 2022. So probably your exams will be end of July or first week of August 2022. As for the pandemic, the question paper pattern is out of 8 questions. So you need to answer any 5 questions. Suppose this time we may predict the same pattern, or they may give the original pattern as per your regulation, that is unit-wise internal choice. So if it is original pattern as per your regulation, Part A, it contains 2 mark, 3 mark combinations, 10 questions, total 25 marks weightage. Then Part B, every unit they will give 2 questions. You have to answer unit-wise compulsory 1 question. So total 5 questions into 10 marks each, 50. 50 plus 40, 25, total 75 marks. If the pattern is a pandemic question paper pattern, so here out of 8 questions, you have to answer any 5 questions, 5 into 15, 75. So in this video, so I am explaining the pandemic pattern, but anyway, at the end of this video, unit-wise, I have provided the topics you have to concentrate. Even if it is unit-wise choice also, if you can prepare the same topics, so definitely you will get questions on those topics only. Now, as per the question paper pattern, 3 hours duration, maximum 75 marks. Answer any 5 questions out of 8 questions. All questions carries equal marks. That is each question consisting of 15 marks. So then, let us see unit-wise number of expected questions. This is based on the examination held on August 2020-21 for R18, first time regular examination, as for this 8 questions pattern. Based on that, this expectation was prepared. So unit 1, so total 2 questions, you can expect. So weightage is 30 marks. That means first question AB, second question AB, like total 4 questions, but overall 2 larger questions. So 2 into 15, 30 marks. So now here from unit 1, part 1, introduction, that is phases of compiler, 1 question you can expect. Sometimes they will give question like this: what are the phases of compiler? Explain with neat block diagram or functional diagram. And they will give an example input program or source program. They will ask to translate that input according to phase wise along with input and output, like that. So then part 2, 1 question from lexical analysis, also called as scanner. In lexical analysis, the question may be explain the role of lexical analyzer in the phases of compiler, then tokens, lexemes, patterns, and along with one example. Then specification of tokens by regular expressions, recognition of tokens by transition diagrams and finite automata, then construction of DFA directly from the regular expressions using syntax tree concept. So these are all the various questions expected from lexical analysis. Then coming to unit 2, so here also 2 questions you can expect. So weight is 30 marks. 2 questions means if it is problematic, 1 full question, otherwise AB combination they will give. So here 1 question from top-down parser and 1 question from bottom-up parser. Top-down parser, again 1 question means AB, sometimes big problem, a single question itself. Bottom-up parser also AB, if it is a big problem, so only 1 problem, like that. Here syntax analysis of parser, there are 2 types of parsers. One is top-down parser, another one is bottom-up parser. Then coming to unit 3 also you can expect 2 questions, so 30 marks. So here it contains part 1, semantic analysis. Here in this syntax directed translation, syntax directed definition. So these 2 topics are very important. Then 1 question from part 2, intermediate representation. Here intermediate code representation, we are having 3 address code. So 3 address code, there are 3 types of 3 address code representation. One is triples, then indirect triples, then quadruples. So then sometimes they will give an expression. So they will ask to construct a directed acyclic graph, DAG. That is also one of the intermediate representation. Then coming to unit 4, so here you can expect 1 question with AB. So maybe 7, 8 or 8, 7 combination, total 15 marks. So here it contains part A, off question from runtime environment, here storage organization. Then another off question from code generation. Here code generation, the questions may be issues in the design of code generator or a simple code generator algorithm, then register allocation, assignment, then register allocation using graph coloring. These are all the expected questions from code generation. Then coming to unit 5, so here also 1 question you can expect. So total 15 marks weightage. So unit 5 mainly consisting of machine independent code optimization. So in this data flow analysis is one definite question you can expect. Then this is for 8 or 7 marks. Then remaining off question from other topics, that is principal sources of optimization. Here loop optimization, then local optimization techniques are covered. Then constant propagation and partial redundancy elimination. So these are all direct headings in our syllabus. So you can expect questions from this. So this is unit-wise expected questions and their weightages. So then coming to unit-wise, some frequently asked questions on various topics. You may call unit-wise important topics. So unit 1, part 1, introduction, phases of compiler. So here phases of compiler with block diagram and with example, phase-wise indicating the inputs and outputs. So here the YouTube links are also given directly. Whenever you can click on this YouTube link, it directs to the topic related to whatever the topic mentioned here. So then part 2, lexical analysis or scanner. Here design and implementation of Lexical-Analyzer. Then another important topic, the Lexical-Analyzer generator tool, which is called as Lex tool. So then tokens and finite automata, here specification of tokens, recognition of tokens, and construction of DFA from the regular expression directly. So various topics related to tokens and finite automata. These are all the important topics in unit 1. Then coming to unit 2, syntax analysis, also called as parser. Here two types of parsers are there. One is top-down parser, another one bottom-up parser. So first, before starting of any parser, here context-free grammar concept is the definition, derivations, then ambiguity, how to eliminate ambiguity. These are all the topics related to context-free grammar. Then also elimination of left recursion, then applying left factoring if the grammar is non-left factored. These are the difficulties in top-down parser. So we have to eliminate all these. Now, coming to top-down parser. In top-down parser, one of the important technique, predictive parser, also called as recursive descent parser without backtracking, or also called as non-recursive descent parser. This predictive parser also called as LL1 parser. So now to construct predictive parser, first you have to compute first and follow values. We are having rules for computing first values, rules for computing follow values. Sometimes you may get question, write algorithm or rules for computing first and follow values. Or one example problem on this, they will give one grammar, compute first and follow values, like that. Any question you can expect. So once you can prepare first and follow, then construction of predictive parsing table is very easy. Once you can construct predictive parsing table, then checking whether it is LL1 grammar or not, very easy by seeing that table directly. If the table contains multiple entries on any entry, then the predictive parsing is not LL1 grammar, or otherwise the predictive parser is said to be LL1 grammar or LL1 parser. Then coming to bottom-up parser. In bottom-up parser, we are having three techniques under LR parser. First is simple LR parser. Second one, canonical LR parser. Third one, look ahead LR parser. So first, construction of SLR parsing table. Here we need to construct LR0 items. Sometimes you may get question, construct LR0 items for the following grammar. So then if not question on LR0 items means, if the question is on construction of SLR parsing table means compulsory the prerequisite is LR0 items. Now any SLR parsing table constructed by a grammar, then that is said to be SLR1 grammar. Here also in SLR parsing table, if it contains multiple entries on any one entry, then that is not SLR parser. Otherwise it is SLR1 grammar or SLR1 parser. Then coming to a second type of LR parser, canonical LR parser. Canonical LR parser, the prerequisite item is constructing LR1 items. So we have to construct LR1 items. After constructing LR1 items, then we can construct CLR parsing table. So then the last type of LR parser is look ahead LR parser. For this look ahead LR parser, same LR1 items only used, only in CLR parser. So in LR1 items, the common core items are merged in LR parser, remaining everything same as CLR parsing table construction only. Then another important topic in parser, like lexical-analyzer generator, here also we are having automatic parser generator that is called as YACC, stands for yet another compiler. These are all the various topics you have to concentrate on unit 2. Then coming to unit 3, syntax directed translation. So here two types of attributes are there which are used in syntax directed translation. One is S attribute, stands for synthesizer attribute, and I attribute stands for inherited attributes. So then the definition and examples of S and I attributes. Then another question, syntax directed definition with example. This SDD defined based on S and I attribute combination. So these two questions you can expect. So then continuation of that, evaluation order for syntax directed definitions by constructing syntax tree. Then in syntax directed translation, we are having schemes, syntax directed translation schemes like postfix evaluation, infix to postfix conversion. There are two types of schemes. So under SDT schemes. Then coming to the second part of unit 3, intermediate representation, that is intermediate code representation. Here the first one is DAG, directed acyclic graph construction for 3 address code. Then 3 address code forms, here we are having 3 types, quadruples, triples, indirect triples. So definitely either construction of DAG or 3 address code, these 3 forms, you will get 1 question. Then the latter part, we are having type checking. So this is also one theory question you can expect. So then coming to unit 4, part 1, runtime environment. Here, this is related to symbol table. Here, various storage allocation strategies are covered. there are three types of storage allocation strategies. First one is static allocation, second one is stack allocation, third one is heap management. So sometimes they may ask questions directly on static heap, or overall storage allocation strategies. So for static allocation, separate video link is provided here. Then stack allocation. So in stack allocation, we are having activation trees and activation record. So that video is provided in this link. Then the third category, heap management, that link is provided here. Then another topic here, garbage collection. This is another topic, garbage collection. So in this tree-based collection, trace-based collection, two types of collections are there. So the following link shows about that. Then coming to part 2 of unit 4 here, that is the code generator, which is 6th phase of compiler. In code generator, issues in the design of code generator. Then the second part, directed acyclic graph, that is used for optimization of basic block. Then in the code generation, we are having algorithm, a simple code generation algorithm with an example. So then these are all the questions related to code generator. So also one of the mission dependent code optimization techniques related to code generator, that is pre-poll optimization, then register allocation and assignment. So out of these compulsory, you will get one question. Then coming to unit 5, mission independent optimization. So here first the principal sources of optimization, it consisting of local optimization, loop optimization. Then another important topic, definitely you can expect question on this, data flow analysis. Here, what are the basic notations and how to solve data flow equations. Then solving data flow equations with the example problem. So all the videos related to data flow analysis are provided here. Then finally, the rest of the topics in mission independent optimization, constant propagation and eliminating partial redundancy. These are all small topics only. So this is the video link related to this topic. So likewise, unit wise, these are all the topics expected. If you can prepare all these topics, definitely, even if the question paper is 8 question pattern or internal choice unit wise pattern, definitely will get the same questions. What are the topics mentioned here? Okay, now before ending, now let us see the latest examination question paper. So let us check once. So this is the question paper. The examination held on during August-September 2021. For R18 regulation, this is the first regular question paper. So this is the examination date 21st August 2021. So this is the 8 question pattern. During pandemic time, this is the pattern they have given. Okay, now maximum 75 marks. So answer any 5 questions, all questions carry equal marks. Total 3 hours duration. So whatever the pattern I explained in the video, now see the questions. So first question A, state the reasons for separating lexical analysis and syntax analysis. So this is related to first unit phases of compiler, 1A, 7 marks. Then 1B, discuss how finite automata is used to recognize tokens and perform lexical analysis. This is about lexical analysis. So first unit part 2. So 8 marks, 7 plus 8, 15. So first question A-B combination. Part A, part B. Then second question A, how to specify tokens, differentiate token lexeme pattern. This is also related to lexical analysis. That is unit 1, part 2. Then explain various error recovery strategies in lexical analysis. This is also unit 2, part 2. So finally, here you can see unit 1, 2 full questions. Then A-B, that means total 4 questions given. Then coming to third question A, what do you mean by ambiguous grammar? Check whether the given grammar is ambiguous or not. This is the given grammar. This is the question related to unit 2, that is parser. So in top-down parser, before proceeding to top-down parser, if a grammar having ambiguity, you have to eliminate ambiguity. So this is given for 8 marks. Then part B, write a note on YACC. What is YACC? This is automatic parser generator at another compiler. So 3A, 3B. So 8 plus 7. This is unit 2. Then another question, fourth question, let us see. This is also unit 2. This is related to bottom-up parser. Construct, the question is construct CLR parsing table for the following grammar. So this is second technique of LR parser. First technique is SLR, second is CLR, third is LALR. So CLR full question is given for 15 marks. Now see, for third unit A, B, then 4 full question. Total 3 questions are given. With A, B combination, 2, then full question 1. Then overall 2 full questions are given. Then coming to fifth question A. So this question is give syntax directed translation scheme for simple desktop calculator. This is one standard grammar for desktop calculator, that is arithmetic grammar, E derives E plus E minus E into E, like this standard grammar. So syntax directed translation scheme. So we have to define for this grammar. A, that is for 7 marks. Then B, convert the following arithmetic expression into syntax tree and 3 address code. So this is related to intermediate code, unit 3 part 2. So unit 3 part A 1 question, part B 1 question, 7 plus 8. Then see 6th A, B also related to unit 3 only. So differentiate, synthesize and inherited attributes. This is related to semantic analysis, that is third unit first part. Then 6th B is second part, that is intermediate code. Generate intermediate code for the following code segment along with syntax direct translation scheme. First you can convert this source program into 3 address code. So that is the 3 address code is the intermediate code form. Then also you can construct a syntax directed translation scheme. This is also combination of semantic analysis and intermediate code. This is also unit 3. So unit 3, so 2 full questions and A-B combination 4 questions are given. Then coming to 7th question, what is flow graph? Explain how the given program converted into flow graph. This flow graph is related to unit 4 code generation. In the code generation, one topic is there, flow graph. Then from the flow graph, we can construct directed acyclic graph. So these two related to code generation, that is 4th unit. So 4th unit here only 1 question is given. Then 8th question A, copy propagation leads to dead code, justify. So this is one of the technique of local and loop optimization in machine independent code optimization in 5th unit. Then explain global data flow analysis with the necessary equations. So we already mentioned global data flow analysis is a definite question. So 8th B is on global data flow analysis. This is also related to 8th unit. So total 8 questions are given. You have to answer any 5 questions. So if it is a pandemic 8 question pattern, if you can prepare first 3 units, pakka, definitely you will get 3 questions. If it is unit wise choice, that is as per your regulations, original question paper in first year, second year, first sem, maybe whatever the pattern you have written. In that pattern means part A 2 marks 3 mark questions for 25 marks and part B 5 units. So like here unit wise, whatever the questions, similar questions. Suppose unit 1 1A 1B 2A 2B, you have to write any one. Then unit 2, these 2 questions will be given 3A 3B 4A 4B, you have to write any one. Then unit 3 5A 5B 6A 6B, you have to write any one. Then unit 4 also you will get 7A 7B 8A 8B also unit 4, then you have to write any one. Then unit 5 9A 9B or 10A 10B, you have to write any one. So like that, but overall topics are same. If it is unit wise internal choice or 8 questions pattern, the topics are same. You can prepare those topics, any pattern you can easily answer. So like that, so by seeing this video, it is useful for your end examination preparation and unit wise, what are the topics you have to concentrate. So till then, all of you a very happy learning. All the best for your upcoming end examination.